You know, I've worked with thousands of business owners over the years, and what I've noticed is this: most of them aren't failing. They're not lazy, they're not irresponsible, they're carrying the weight of an entire table. Their family eats from that table, their employees eat from that table, their future depends on that table, and eventually, carrying all of that alone gets heavy. When things feel overwhelming, the world tells you the same thing. Learn more, work harder, get more organized, be more disciplined. But honestly, what if that's not the real problem? What if you're not behind at all? What if you're overloaded? Think about a mompreneur for a second. She's running payroll, managing clients, helping with homework, planning for retirement, paying taxes, taking care of everyone else. The issue isn't capability, the issue is capacity. Nobody was designed to hold all of that alone. And by the way, this isn't just for moms. Maybe you're a contractor, maybe you're a realtor, maybe you're a freelancer, maybe you're running a salon, different businesses, same burden. People are depending on your decisions. You ever notice how you'll answer 10 client messages, but avoid one email for 2 weeks? Yeah, that's not laziness, that's overload. That's your nervous system saying, I can't process one more thing right now. Every decision costs energy. Should I hire? Should I save? Should I invest? Am I paying too much in taxes? Did I miss something? These aren't simple questions. They're emotional questions, and eventually, decision fatigue feels like burnout. Most people think they need more information, another podcast, another video, another expert, but information creates decisions, and decisions create load. Sometimes what you need isn't more information, it's more containment. Your tax advisor handles taxes, one person handles investments, another helps with mindset, another talks about purpose, and somehow you're expected to glue all those pieces together inside your own head. That's exhausting. Trying to navigate a complex life using an outdated model is like using a map of Chicago and New York City. Something feels off because the map doesn't match reality. The problem isn't you. The map is outdated. Here's something most people never hear. Clarity doesn't come before safety. Safety comes before clarity. When people feel supported, they think better. They decide better. They stop panicking. Here's something most people never hear. Clarity doesn't come before safety. Safety comes before clarity. When people feel supported, they think better. They decide better. They stop panicking. This is where the maestro comes in. The conductor doesn't play every instrument. The conductor holds the whole. Most business owners are trying to be every instrument in the orchestra. No wonder they're exhausted. When I say people eat from your table, I mean that literally and figuratively. Your choices impact your family, your clients, your employees, the causes you support. That's why stewardship matters. Optimization asks, how do I squeeze out more output? Stewardship asks, how do I care for what's been entrusted to me? That's a completely different way of living. At Peak Advisors, we see 4 domains affecting every major decision: tax, financial planning, personal transformation, and spiritual alignment. Most people treat them separately. We believe they belong together. You don't need all the answers today. This isn't a performance stage. It's a rehearsal room. You're allowed to ask questions. You're allowed to learn. You're allowed to make adjustments. The circumstances may not change overnight, but your posture changes. You stop bracing. You stop carrying all the complexity in isolation. And surprisingly, that changes everything. Life is abundant like an ocean. The ocean can fill a thimble or a fleet of tanker ships. The difference isn't the ocean, it's our capacity to receive. Coherence expands that capacity. Instead of asking, how do I do this better? Maybe ask a different question. What support would make this steadier? That's where real transformation begins. Instead of asking, how do I do this better? Maybe ask a different question. What support would make this steadier? That's where real transformation begins. I'd also love to personally invite you to our next Wealth Wednesday. This week's topic is profit first, why revenue isn't profit. Because a lot of business owners are generating revenue, but they're still wondering where the money went. We'll walk through how to think differently about cash flow, profit, and building a business that actually supports the life you want. Join us July 8th at 11 a.m. Eastern on Zoom. Bring your questions, bring your curiosity, and let's explore it together.